All right, hello, welcome traders. It is Monday, March 24, 2025. Big day in the markets today. A little bit of a bounce happening off of the bearish moves to the downside. So a nice continuation bounce today. Maybe some word that maybe tariffs won't be quite as bad come April 2nd. Who knows? Is it just a dead cat bounce? Is it something more than that? Is it tariffs easing up? Who knows what it could be? What we're going to do is we're going to just trade what we see. We'll take the bounce, though. Certainly good for our accounts as things move up. I did get some trades on today. So we're going to talk about what we did trading wise today. We'll look at some trades, we'll look at some charts, and I'll give you a couple trades to take with you at the end of this video. So stick around and check those out. So let's take a look at the charts quickly and jump on in. And let's start with ES today, up a whopping 97 on the session today, up 1.7%. Pretty nice moves today. Nice candle on Friday. We finished well off our lows and then followed through today. The big news here is not only did we back here get this PSAR bullish move, and you can see MACD's been rising, RSI's been rising, stochastic momentum's been rising, and we've had great momentum going up into this move. And we finally, on the weekly, maybe started to break this downtrend. Now, the downtrend line here, we kind of moved through it last Thursday and Friday a bit, some continuation here. I'm still a little bit cautious on this whole thing. I think the move was way overdone, but I think it was needed, and I think we got some revaluing of some assets, what I think is good. I don't know that we're going to go straight all the way back up there. I'm still a little skeptical. We're right at the 200-day, the yellow line here. We broke through it and above the 21, but okay, you had the death cross back here with the 50. I'm sorry, we haven't had the death cross yet on here on the daily. You get the 50 up here. The death cross not quite happening yet. We'll see if we can avoid it on the S&P. But you had the 21 breaking the 50 back here. Definite downtrend. You had this widening gap. Things were overdone, due for a bounce. We got the bounce. I'm not calling all in and go bananas in here, but it was certainly a nice day to see. The thing that should make you the most nervous is look at the volume today. Okay. Even if we looked at like at SPY as well on this move, this volume today was nowhere near Friday, was nowhere near last Thursday. It's nowhere near any day except one in the last several weeks. So while we did get a pretty nice bounce today, the volume just wasn't there at all on the session. Lots of nice technical looking stuff here, but man, volume makes me a little bit nervous that we had this pretty big move up today on very light volume, very light. I mean, one of the weakest volume days in probably a month or so. So it's something to keep an eye on there. Do we get some more follow through tomorrow? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens, but we're certainly going to take it there. And we've been moving, a little bit lower, giving up a little bit in the after hours, but still up pretty strongly. We'll take it. I mean, that's all you have to say. We just hold on and we'll take it. Doesn't mean I would go get long and go mortgage your house to get long in here. I'd still be very, very cautious of this move, especially on the very weak volume today. All right, let's look at oil futures. These things have had their nice move off of the lows as well. They've been moving higher for a while now and breaking out of this value area that we've been in. Tried to do it Friday, couldn't really get it going, which is right at the 21. Did break it today. Skeptical of the bounce. I don't know how much higher this goes, but we've got the 50, the Bollinger Band, the anchored VWAP, the 200, the 3 ATR. There's a lot of stuff overhead here, but we are going to take it. We're in good shape with what we're sitting on here. We'll go through the portfolio today. We'll talk about some trades, but we'll look at the portfolio. We do have a 112 trade on in here, doing great. Strangles doing great. So our trades are awesome in here, right off the lows. I think I'd be skeptical of these lows as well. I know it sounds like I'm poo-pooing everything that happened today, but I just don't see a reason for oil to really generate a lot of upward momentum, except for the fact that just breaking out of this value area here, which is creating really good support moving forward. I think just keep an eye on it. But I think we just meander sideways here. I think it's a great trade to be strangling oil. All right, let's take a look at gold. Now, gold has been dropping for 2 days now. So last Friday and today, finally getting a bit of a rollover. RSI did not get deep into overbought territory, but it touched the overbought um, area right at 70 there and then started to roll down. Stochastic momentum tipping over, RSI tipping or MACD tipping over. So we can get some decent pullback in here. Do I think it's going to be substantial? I really don't think it'll be substantial. I'm going to take a look at this uptrend line here. And we're going to keep an eye on this uptrend line, and we're going to keep an eye on this level here. They're both going to converge over here somewhat around this 2900, 2950, 2960, 2970 level. I think something in there. And that's also the 21 EMA. I think that's where you would look for potentially a pullback and then the next leg higher. Still bullish on gold. I just think you didn't want to get crazy long here, which I'm glad we didn't. I talked about jade lizards so that we took off the risk to the upside. 112s don't set up well, but I did enter a trade today on this pullback. I think we can still pull back more, so I'm banking on some more pullback if the market continues to be strong, but I think we still go higher overall. I don't know how much higher, but I still think we pull back and then make a move higher. Not a strangle, nothing like that sets up really well in here yet, in my opinion, unless we get some more of a pullback going here. All right, and then let's take a look at bonds. Bonds having a terrible day today. So bonds pulling back to the 50 moving average, the uptrend line here that we've been in on both the weekly and the daily. It is in a bullish trend still bullish PSAR, still higher highs. However, on the daily here, we do have essentially some lower highs, lower lows, kind of a sideways trend in here on bonds. I think overall bonds are still in a good position. There's not really a reason for bond yields to spike up right now. I think there's potentially some more weakness coming in bonds. So I like this move today, bringing us down. I think that gives us a setup for the next leg higher. However, we're strangling this thing because I think you just stay inside of these ranges, especially like this 3 ATR bands on the daily and the Bollinger bands and 3 ATRs on the weekly. I think those give you a pretty good idea of where to sit on this thing. And if we take a look at a daily chart, I'm going to flip charts on you here. So let's actually look at a chart, a little different chart. This chart is all about Keltner channels and uh, outsized moves here. So let's see what we can put together a bit on this. Now let's look at oil or bonds. Let's get into bonds. You're you've stayed really inside these green, which is the one standard deviation. Keltner, 1 ATR, the purple being 2 ATR, and then the red being 3 ATR levels. And then if you go out even a little further, you can see these white lines. These white lines are a 200-day Bollinger Band. Very, very wide. But I think if you look at these, I'm going to take this off. It's a little confusing. In here, we don't need any of these trend lines, nothing like this going on. If you start to look at these really wide Bollinger Band, I think staying inside of these is we've been inside for quite a long time, and you've been inside the 3 ATRs, which is the red. But I think if you're looking at like 111 to 126, I think that's a great looking strangle. I think 111 to 126 would be a perfect strangle opportunity in bonds. So there's a trade opportunity. We'll look at that trade today. I'm not going to really cover too much else on here. Let's look at Amazon having a nice move up today. I think this thing is a good strangle or wide iron condor opportunity. Moving up today, we'll take it. We actually did a synthetic stock with a protective put trade today on Amazon because I wanted to get more Amazon positioning on. I love the move on Amazon as we go through here. I like this move higher. You're right here back to the anchored VWAP. We stopped there and at the 21. And I think we're going to, right now in the aftermarket, you're giving some back. I think it was a little bit of an overdone bounce today. I think tomorrow might be turnaround Tuesday. We'll see. I'm not saying we're going to tank tomorrow at all, but I think today weak volume. Look at the volume on Amazon was not very good compared to Friday's bullish move. So you're not seeing a strong move higher on Amazon. There you go. Meta, not a strong volume move, even though the moves are substantial. Okay. Here's NVIDIA uh, in this bear flag that we started to break down to. We still didn't really get back into the channel, and volume, not great. Weakening volume on this move. The moves have been good. Now, the exception to this rule is Tesla, great move, super overdone here. Good volume and great volume Friday and today. So a really good looking move on Tesla. That one, I've got conviction that this move's going to continue, and we've got Tesla trades on leaps there. We'll take a quick look at Google. Not great volume. Doesn't make me warm and fuzzy. Palantir, not great volume. Doesn't make me warm and fuzzy. At the top of the Bollinger Band. Not saying it can't go higher. It's overdone already, and it's been such a short time. Okay, can it go higher? Sure, can. It's craziness on that thing. And then SoFi, this thing's certainly interesting here as well too. Good volume on the move above the 21, back to the 50. You got the anchored VWAP here that we're trying to get above. I think this thing sets up decently for a strangle opportunity as well here. So I do like it, or some continued move to the upside. If you look at SoFi and we look at the ATR bands on this thing, okay, we can see that you've got really wide, okay, opportunities to do some sort of a strangle on this thing, as well as uh, strangle with the three ATRs as well, somewhere between this 15.5 and 10.7 range. But if you really want to get in on this thing, I think you take a look at this, 18 to 10 range and strangle that in there somewhere. Anyway, so there you go. Handful of trades. Let's look at the accounts quickly, and then we'll move on to the portfolios and some trades. So I want to keep this thing moving along for you. Great day today. Nice recovery in the account. Delta still pretty good here at 0.2, so pretty delta neutral. Theta dropped quite a bit, even though we've got a good amount of theta trades on. We do have some other trades, stymieing the theta a bit. But 395, we're almost at the all-time highs for the year. Here we're just about $4,000 off of that. Another up day or decent day tomorrow would probably put us there. BP usage sitting at 50%. We're fine. We booked another $600 today in realized. So we've booked now for the month of July. We took a couple losses here. We closed some trades off, but we're off just about $5,800 in realized with a couple days to go in the market here. I don't know if we'll get back to zero, but we had such a phenomenal February that I'm okay with it. If you look here, our realized is up 8% and our net lick is up 7% on the year, while the market's down almost 2%. So the market's down 2%. We're up almost 8% in the trading account. I'll take that every day of the week and then some. So let's look at the lazy trader. This is our investing account. Nice day today, moved up to 372. We're off our highs for the year still, but this account's up almost 4% on the year. This is just our long-term investing account. No major trading just sell and hold, buy and hold in this thing. The market's down almost 2%, and we're up almost 4%. So we're doing way better than the market. If we get any kind of a rebound here, this thing will get back to all-time highs uh, quickly. So we're looking at all-time highs coming in. We made a little bit of money today, 189 here on a covered call on I believe TMF, and then the 600 bucks here. Okay, this came from two different zero DTE trades. We did both a put spread uh, and a call spread. We started the call spread a little early, and then we added a put spread to it as well. We closed them both around 55%. And zero DTE has been doing great. We had 360 on a trade last Friday. And if you look at our zero DTE, we've booked almost 6,500. We got a little bit more active this month just because if the market's going to be down, we're going to trade zero DTE. It's not something I do all the time, but our zero DTE trades, we have not had a loser, knock on wood, all year, and we're up almost $10,000 pretty conservatively, not doing anything too crazy. All right, let's take a quick look at the portfolios and let's jump into this. So we talked about the trading portfolio. We talked about oil. We've got a 112 trade that's up 40%, Strangle that's up 46%. So this hopefully will come off soon, any day now. We've also got another Strangle down here up 24%. So these Strangles and 112 trades on oil doing great. We're up a couple $1,000s there. ES today, kind of a mixed day because we're so well hedged with vol hedges, black swan hedges, and our put debit spreads. And we're in such good shape. And we did stop out of two trades a while back, but because of that, we're a little light. We did add some new trades, but plenty of stuff on here protection wise. Here's a naked put that's up 71%. So that thing will hopefully come off this month. We may not make it before the end of the month to book that profit, but we'll make about $4,000 in profit there. We've also got a 120-day naked put that we're, oh, I'm sorry. Uh, Another naked put in here that's up 7%. This one's only, we just put this one on today alone, which is nice. We got a Strangles up almost 50%, so that'll come off for a winner in here as well. And then we've also got a 120-day naked put. That thing's up 27%. We take those off at 40% winner. So that thing's in good shape. In fact, I can actually put in my take profit on this thing, and we'll just let that thing sit there. We'll put in a good till cancel. I know it's not currently active. All right. I thought we could do it before 6 o'clock, but we'll do it when the market opens back at 6. We'll get it back on. All right. So we'll keep going. Gold, we added a reverse jade lizard today. Totally fine. We're playing no risk to the downside on that trade. Bonds, we're sitting on a Strangle up almost 50%. That's going to come out for a winner. Probably get a new bond Strangle on maybe tomorrow. Amazon, we did a long call. That trade has only been on since Friday, 3 days. We've made 160%. Probably should have taken it off today. Didn't do it. We'll see where we end up tomorrow. If we don't give it all back and we can still stay, this 202-ish area, we'll make some good money on that one. And then SPY, we've got a full boat of SPY leaps. Those are all doing just fine. We've also got our SPY poor man's covered call, which is down, not terribly, but it's down. And then we've got a covered call on that. We've made thousands of dollars on the covered calls, so we're in good shape on that. If we take a look at the other account here and go into the lazy trader account, AMD, what a phenomenal day on AMD today. We were up nicely there. That is a poor man's covered call. Amazon, we got the synthetic stock with the protective put. We've got multiple leaps. We've got a put credit spread in Amazon. We're almost at full position on Amazon, up 2,500 bucks today. Google, we've got a put credit spread on that one, up 60, almost 50%. Hood, we've got a leap up 25%. On our Bitcoin, we're doing just fine. We're down a bit on the long calls because Bitcoin has pulled back, but we've been selling calls against it, so we're doing just fine there. IWM, naked puts and leaps, kind of a mixed bag. Nvidia doing great. We've got a Jade Lizard up 50%. We've got a leap up 45%, and we've got two other leaps that are down a little bit right now on the pullback. But we've been kind of getting in a little bit at a time. Palantir, we're sitting at about a 6% gainer there. QQQ, which along with SPY are our main positions in here. We've got plenty of naked puts and leaps, all doing just fine, and a put credit spread as well, doing great there. SPY, we've got some leaps doing fine in here. TMF is our one position that we've got on. So we've got some covered calls on that. And then Tesla, we've got two leaps. We're down. And then on Taiwan Semiconductor, we've got a leap in there. So overall, I mean, we're down on some of these trades because they've just pulled back. But I think overall, I wouldn't trade them at all. If we get any kind of uh, a rally back in the markets here, the net licks on these will be fine. And none of them are in any kind of uh, situation where you got to watch what we're doing. So there's a handful of trades ideas for you. We looked at potentially some strangle opportunities, which I gave you a bunch of those. We looked at some of the trades in our account. We've been doing great on zero DTE while the market's been selling off, just generating cash flow. Had a great day today. We are outdoing the market. We're up 8% versus the market being down almost 2%. So that's all going well. So we're pretty happy. We're hedged really, really well right now, a little too well on the hedging, so which means we could probably add a few spec trades on ES if we need to, but we won't get too carried away with that. It'll help hedge some of the SPY that we have as well. All right, if you got some value out of this, which I hope you did, I covered a lot of stuff, gave you charts, gave you trades, showed you the accounts, what we're doing. You've got a little bit of everything. Click the like button down below. Help the algorithms out there. Help us out on the channel. If you're getting anything out of it, please just do me a favor, hit the like button, get the word out on what we're doing. If you're not a subscriber to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. Be notified when I put out new videos. And if you're not a member in the Discord, man, you are missing unbelievable stuff right now between Igor and I and some of the members. Really great stuff. Doing well, having a great year so far. Join up with what we're doing there. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.